Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. Today I'm going to be talking about Creedence Clearwater Revival. And I'm going to name the 5 best albums of this band. And that is quite the challenge because in a very short period of time they made a lot of very good songs and very good albums. But I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to name their 5 best albums. And this is what I'm going to put on the number 5 spot. Pendulum. Pendulum is an album which is relatively new to me. About 2 weeks ago, I was lucky enough to walk in on a vendor, a vinyl vendor on the street, on the market here in Amsterdam, and I found this first UK pressing of Pendulum on the Liberty label, and this is a near mint copy, and I immediately fell in love with it. This is a bit more of a tighter, more stylized, less raw sounding album production wise, but the band is raw and John Fogerty sounds so incredibly good. I mean, it kicks off with Chameleon, great song, but highlights for me are Have You Ever Seen the Rain? I mean, the way he sings to me, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I freaking love it. But there's so much more on here. Born to Move is very good. Hey Tonight, very good. Very good songs. And in my opinion, an often overlooked album in their catalog. It's really, really good. On the number 5, Pendulum. And we're just kicking off. On the number 4 spot, some might think this should be higher in the list. Yeah, it's a tough shot, you know. I have it here. Cosmo's Factory. Amazing album. Amazing album. Completely awesome, great. I find the cover somewhat odd for a CCR album. I don't understand the bike here. But you know, that makes it also a little bit odd. I like it. I heard it through the Grapevine. Is on here. 11 minutes long. Very good song. Very good album. I mean, all of these albums actually are gotta haves. You know, for any regular collector, you don't have to be a CCR fan to love them. This one is very good. On number 4, Cosmo's Factory. Yeah, love it. And what was it? I was wondering, what pressing is this actually? I haven't played this in some time. Oh yeah, on the Fantasy label, Dutch pressing. Yeah. On the 3rd spot, Baiju Country. Now, I was lucky enough to find a first British pressing of Baiju Country. I'm looking at it on the back for €10. This is incredible. I mean, just look at the cover. It's wild. It's raw. It's swamp rock. It's so incredibly full. Bone on the Baiju is on this. Proud Mary is on here. I mean, great freaking songs. It is a masterpiece by this band. Yet still number 3. I mean, I'm just really enjoying this. And these British Liberty pressings on the, because this is also the blue label. I mean, there were some topics on Steve Hoffman forum wondering what are the best sounding pressings. Now, I have some Dutch pressings. I've listened to some German pressings, which are all pretty good, pretty solid. But these British pressings, these first British pressings on the blue Liberty, and the Pendulum is on the black Liberty because that was after they had the blue label. Solid sounding pressings. Supposedly the analog production pressings are also pretty good, but I haven't heard any of those, and they are very expensive. I was lucky enough to get this one for €10, so you might be lucky as well. On number 2 spot, Willie and the Poor Boys. Now, this is quite something. Also, sound-wise, let's talk about the sound, because I find the sound of these Creedence pressings incredible. This is a Canadian pressing, and this is solid sounding. I mean, the moment, Feeling Blue is very good. Down on the Corner, I mean, what an opener! That's just a blast, you know. 5-star album. That's what this is. But side 2, Fortunate Son. The way it sounds here, I mean, it's maddening. And then the way he shouts, it is a knock on your head. You know, I'm repeating myself, but it's incredible. And to end this up with Effigy, I almost put this one on the number 1 spot. You know, I almost put this one on the number 1 spot. It is such an incredible record. And you know what I also really like about it? All these albums, they're relatively short, you know, between 30 and 40 minutes, sometimes even a bit shorter. So you have a short amount of time in which you knock them on the head with great songs, and then you continue. But on the number 1 spot, this one, Green River. Hear me out. This is a masterpiece, and it's my most played Creedence Clearwater Revival album. I love Willy and the Poor Boys as well, so it's a tie between these two. But this, I mean, I already loved it on my first German pressing a week ago. I was again lucky. For 10 euros, I found this first British pressing again on the beautiful. There's no, it's a closed sleeve, you know. First UK pressing for 10 euros, and it's stellar sounding. It's such a beautiful rough album. The way it opens with Green River and Tombstone Shadow. Side 2, Bad Moon Rising. I mean, Bad Moon Rising. The night is the nighttime is the right time. Just 9 songs, spectacular songs, great songwriting, great raw production. Their sound is unique and full and convincing. They are one of the most unique bands, and Green River just proves that. But if you want to get into CCR, any of these albums will be a good way to start. Any of them are convincing enough. So I really, really love this. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.